Hey guys, what's up? Thought I would come on and bring a little. I don't know how many of y'all watched that thing last night. Well, about 11 hours ago, I guess. So yeah, last night, I guess you could say, late last night, whatever. About the dog, the bounty hunter, talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I don't know if y'all saw that yet. Yeah, I didn't see it last night. I saw it today. One of y'all brought it to me, and that's pretty interesting because I have been kind of looking at some different ways, and I didn't know if y'all, like I said, I didn't know if y'all saw it yet. It's pretty interesting to see him, like, you know, you always learn new details from different people, and to see the difference in some of the way people think and how they kind of handle speculation and things like that. And he just has a really good way of, I guess, wording it, and the way he put it out was very interesting. There was a few things I didn't know, and I don't know, like I said, he said it's from what he's heard, so I don't know if it's facts or whatever, but just to understand. Oh, let me go ahead and say this is my thoughts, my opinions, my theories, mixed with a little speculation, little facts, little non-facts, but mainly just my thoughts and my opinions. I did see that he had said something about that Mr. Proudfoot had sprayed somebody with water, and that he was, like, evidently trying to keep people from searching, but I didn't know that. So I'm wondering, I mean, you hear all these different things, but you don't know what's true, what's not true. But it was interesting to hear it from somebody like him that, has a big support system and a big backing system, of course. Makes it all a bit different. But I feel like they're saying now, I think they said New York or Oregon or something like that they maybe had some tips. I don't know. I haven't heard, I've heard a little bit, but I haven't heard a lot. I just kind of listened to that thing this morning, and I was kind of like, wow, that's interesting, because, I was going back watching interviews like I told y'all before, and I always try to see different interviews and different ways of how people react. Of course, body language tells a lot, and I watched that one. I think it was Chronicles of Olivia, I believe, and it was excuse me, hold on, and it was about, I think it was maybe the second interview or the first. I'm not for sure on that, but I know it was one of those, and I did watch it and watch it a few times, and I gathered a pretty important information when I look at body language, as far as my opinion on it, of course, and was about the 350 mark to about the 425, 430 mark. I would like y'all to check that out and give me your opinion on what you see. If you see a totally different, like almost like a fear and a shock, like something was almost said, and then it was caught, and then there was a cough, and then there was a few other things, and then it was like just the face expressions were totally different from the first three and almost 4 minutes of the video. So when I saw that, I was kind of like, wow. And then I went back and I watched the Court TV one, where they, I guess it was maybe a month in or a month and a half in, when they were talking about how they were scaling back, and that they were going to talk about the investigation side of it. And then, of course, nothing really came out of the investigation side, other than, I think the sheriff or TBI or whatever it was that said they're not ruling anything out, but there's no signs of any foul play. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, what's going on. And then to hear that thing this morning, I was kind of like, well, they're talking about, like, everybody's involved. And I mean, I don't believe that everybody can be involved, especially not law enforcement. I mean, I don't know, but I'm not saying that they're not. I just, my opinion is I don't believe that. But I feel like there's points to everything that was said. I'm just trying to see both sides and understand, but I don't know, for some reason it's pulling me to one side, and I usually try not to ever choose a side, so not until the end. But man, there's just so much coming out, and like I said, I never really watched everything and paid 100% attention to it. So now that I'm really able to just take those few minutes and watch, it's like, man, you just see so much more involved. And like I've always said about the emotions, and of course leaving home and things of that nature is of course it makes you think twice, but you got to understand all the things that were going on too. You know, like they say, like even on Court TV, they're saying like, well, you know, we don't know how people are first time in the cameras and all that, and things are different. People are searching your house, people are running around everywhere, but the thing that keep coming back to is the emotion, and then the no emotion, and what was going to be said around that 4-minute, I don't know, I wonder what was going to be said, and it's going to bug me forever, but I will never know, of course. But it just makes you wonder. People's hand signs also show an awful lot, and when they're communicating. I'm not one that talks with my hands, but I know a lot of people do, and so you kind of gotta look at, I guess, all angles of it, you know. But it is, I don't know, it's alarming, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it is alarming. I'm trying to take all y'all's sides and understand all y'all's opinions and sides, and just the more I watch, the more I'm like going, wow, and maybe there's something more to this than what is being looked at. But we don't know if they investigate behind closed doors. I know that it's just like in any case, they're not going to bring something unless they have enough to charge someone. They're just not going to. And sometimes you have to have an awful lot to charge someone, especially if you can't find someone. So it does make it harder. I pray to God that he's in New York or wherever they're saying he is, and that he's safe. My God, that would be a freaking blessing. That'd be a miracle to be able to bring that boy home. It really would be, because, I mean, his birthday's coming up, and it just would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. I mean, we know that Seth is out there pleading every day and begging every day, and we're just not seeing that from the other side right now. But we don't really know them well enough to understand maybe why they're acting the way they're acting, and he's acting the way he's acting. Of course, every parent is going to handle it differently. I mean, you just gotta look at that side of it. It's not to say that this one's right, this one's wrong, this one's right, this one's wrong, but it does, it does make you try to look at it in a different light as far as understand, you know, body language. I also watched I think it's the Interview Room. My God, y'all see that one? Check that out, with that 28-year retired, I think, detective, which did a lot of cases like this, and just to see some of the things he said. I'm trying to understand that side of it, like using the word "I love you" or "I love you, Mom," or however they put it. It does, I guess, in a sense of every mom feels that, you know, of course, they're loved by their kids. And so, but to say it in a situation the way it was said, I understand his point too, is it is kind of, I don't know. Y'all need to watch that. I watched it and probably 5 times, and it's a long one, but it is worth watching just to see what he says. It's kind of like the Peter Hyatt thing to me. Those people that do this for a living, they've dealt with so many cases that, you know, some they're right on, some they're wrong on, just like everybody. I mean, we're not always right, we're not always wrong. So we kind of have to keep an open mind. I get it, but we also need to look and see, okay, are we even going about this the right way? And to see somebody would be running searchers off, that is really, and we don't know that that's fact. I mean, we don't have a fact or a video showing it happen, so we can't really say 100% that it's fact, and unless somebody has a video. Now, if somebody has a video, that would be a whole different story. We would be able to know that it's fact, but right now it's speculation. So I don't look at it as something that I can take and run with. So I like to know facts, of course. I think anybody likes to know facts. And there's some people that love drama, and they love speculation, and they love theories, and, you know, it is what it is. This is all our thoughts out here. This is why living in America is wonderful. We can create our own opinions and our own thoughts and speak them, as long as we don't damage anybody, you know, which we're not damaging anybody. This whole thing is about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers and getting the little baby home safe. I mean, I say little baby because to me he is little, but I know he's a young mean, he's a teenager, so he's basically a young little adult in a way. And so I don't want to come off wrong there saying he's a little baby, but y'all know what I mean. I just feel like anybody that's a teenager is very young, and their whole life is still ahead of them. So I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to be careful on how I say it, but I want y'all to go back. I've told y'all this before. I want y'all to go back, and I want y'all to watch that Chronicles Olivia. Shout out to her, man. She did an amazing job. And the Interview Room, amazing job. Peter Hyatt, amazing job. Like, go check them out. Like, and that way you get an expert opinion, different than speculation. This is an expert's opinion. So, of course, that's what we want. We want experts to look at this. Not a lot of them have deep dived in it that we know of, or at least they haven't posted it. So we can only grab what's out there and run with that right now. But, you know, it's scary. It's sad. I'm starting to see things on this in a total different light, but I'm still going to do the areas I have. I'm still going to be around the Mississippi area and the Memphis area. I still believe that might hold some clues maybe, or some tips maybe. I mean, of course, that's just my thoughts, but I do believe that. And like I said, this video here is just my thoughts, my theories, trigger warning, my speculations, and just the way I'm looking at the case. And it's just, I don't know. It's so hard because you have to look at things from both sides, okay? They're not saying that anybody's cleared, and I get that, because they don't have any proof of anything, so they can't truly clear anyone. I get it. Everybody's a suspect, you know, until something he's found. So there's things that bug me on both sides. I mean, electronics being returned on one side, not on the other. Well, we know that special intelligence was involved, and so we know that they run basically data from games, phones, things like that. You know, they protect the president. So, of course, electronic data does show a lot, but we don't know in this case if it showed anything, or if they've even had time to check every device. I'm assuming they have, but we don't know. And the FBI is doing their part. They are on it, and they did offer a reward, which is a wonderful thing. So it tells me that even behind the scenes, they're working on it. So that's a good thing. That's what we need. But I did just want to come on for a minute and try to get y'all to go watch that new one, and then watch some of these other ones, and then give me, you know, like I said, take a notepad and write the pros and cons. And I think we can already tell what side's going to outweigh what side, but we just want to see, I want to see y'all's thoughts on, if you look at it all over again, scratch everything out of your head and start it all over, and see if you go the same route, or if your route changes. Because honestly, we don't really know. There's no evidence to show. I mean, this boy could have easily ran away. I mean, he could have had that car set up. He could have had that set up for a month, 2 months. We don't know. I mean, he left his phone behind and a bunch of stuff behind, but we don't know if that's the case. I mean, we can just try to guess, okay? Did he run away? Did he not? Did he? I mean, it comes back to, God, I hate to bounce around, but there's no proof that he left the home. But then again, there's no proof that he didn't leave the home. So it's one of these things that just shocks the world, like Summer Wells. And, whew, I don't know. It's just starting to really weigh on my mind as far as, this is, I get why it's turned into a, you know what, a drama show. I get it. It's just, there's so much, the more time goes by, the more speculation comes out, the more people want to take sides. And that's why I always say, don't take sides till we have facts and proof and he's found. But I get why y'all are doing it now. Now that I'm working on it a lot more, I'm really starting to understand y'all's side of it and everybody's side of it. You know, I know a lot of y'all come to me in the comments, and a couple of y'all break down like a PowerPoint, and I love that, because it kind of makes me look at different angles, and that's kind of what made me go back and watch some of these other videos and try to grab from them. And then it still takes me back to the shoes, and it takes me back to, it's just so many things that you go back to. And if you start 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after, the key's gonna lie within there somewhere. And I'm starting to think that these videos might hold a lot more keys than what they're said. Kind of like Dog the Bounty Hunter said on that thing last night. What a wonderful job he did. Shout out to him too. About as far as trying to understand, like, why people do the things they do. Like, why do parents, one parent does it this way, one parent does it that way. And it's so hard because, of course, we always want to go with the one that's showing the emotion and showing, but you know, really and truly, we got to look at both sides. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I do. But I'm sorry to be rambling. It was bothering me. I've watched that thing a few times earlier, and I just like, golly, this is just so sad. Like, I feel like it's just really sad. I'm glad that there's so many people searching. I really am. But I feel like it's not going to be in that area. That's just my opinion. But I feel like you're not going to find what you're looking for in that area. I feel like maybe closer to Memphis or closer to even the other direction, Nashville. Like, there might be some clues there and some tips there, and there might be some answers there. We don't know yet, but we're going to hit the ground running hard. And now I know we're not backing down, so we got to try to do our part. Even if we don't find the answers, we got to at least give it our all. That way we can try to find some kind of something that would maybe help somebody else, or who knows what we'll find. We really don't know. But I just wanted to come on and say that, guys, and kind of get y'all to go watch these things over and look at them from a different point of view and see if you see things in a little bit different light. When you watch these, that one I was saying with the timestamp, really check that out. That's really stuck in my head for some reason all day. And because I felt like all of a sudden it turned to a paranoid state, and like it was really like it just changed that whole interview changed at that mark. Like, really, it did. And that might be the key, or the truth might be within that. We don't know that, but I'm gonna watch it a couple more times because I really am trying to understand the body language experts, why they say and what they're saying. Like, I don't know that part of it because I'm not trained in that field, but it does. If you go back and watch it, it will. If you kind of listen to the Peter Hyatt and them guys, shout out to all them, like, you can kind of understand how they're grabbing their information. And that, to me, is what would help me better understand. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing, and we're going to search, and we're going to search as hard as we can for all of them, for everyone, not just Sebastian, for everyone. They all deserve our help. So, all right, guys, I hope this didn't ramble y'all's head off too much, but it's been on my mind, and I keep watching that one clip, and I'm like, man, this is just crazy. But anyway, we don't judge until it's over. We don't judge till we have the facts and the proof, until let the court and the law decide after that. I think this case will actually be done by the FBI. I don't know. I think they have a plan of what they want to do. I'm sure behind closed doors, they have their ideas and their thoughts, and who knows what proof they have or they don't have. But I hope something comes out, and I hope this case is solved soon and fast so we can move on to some of these next cases that really need attention. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to say thank y'all so much for all y'all support. I hope this doesn't start drama. I'm just trying to understand so I can form a little bit better opinion of my own, so I can maybe understand if this changes any target areas I might have. So, I mean, like I said, I pray to God he's in New York and that tip is right and they do find the little kid and bring him home. That would be wonderful. I don't feel like any search would be for nothing. So, and that doesn't bother me. I think searching is a wonderful thing. I think it takes a different person to get out here and do it every day. I really do. So anyway, guys, we love y'all. Remember, this is just my thoughts, my opinions. I'm trying to stay on the neutral side of not choosing a side. Just some things are starting to outweigh the others, and it's really scary. So I just feel for the kid. I feel for Sebastian. He's the focus. He's the main one that we need to be focused on. None of the other stuff, none of the other drama, none of the other YouTube speculations and you know, jumping on channels and starting drama. We need to look past all that and just get out here and find him. And then we can get the answers we need, and the answers that are deserving. I mean, that's what it is. And once we get it, then everybody will know the truth. So till we can find him, we won't know. So let's get out there and do it. Anybody that's in the area that wants to help, get out there and help. Even if you go search for just you and a friend or something for a few hours or 30 minutes or 20 minutes, anything, just pick you an area and go walk it, go do whatever. I mean, I encourage you to do it, you know, but take somebody with you. Don't do it by yourself, and let somebody know where you're going to be, please. that way you have a, you know, kind of a backup plan. So, all right, guys. Well, we love y'all. We got to get back to searching, but we love y'all, and thank y'all for all y'all support. It means the world to us. And I hope this video doesn't start a bunch of drama, because that's not what I'm here to do. We're just here to get the truth and to speak for the voiceless that can't speak for themselves. So, all right, guys. Till then, let's go find them all. All right. We love y'all. We'll talk later on the next one. All right. Say bye, Ruby. All right. Bye, guys.